Hey guys, Video Psych here. I know I almost just dropped the pen right there. Anyway, so of course, here we are again. Trying to teach you guys how to shop for things or do something with the love doll. This will probably be my only video today. So, that being said, and one thing I guess I will say is, you know, it's kind of better to actually just, go to a store and actually just shop for, the clothing. The only problem though is that if you do it a lot, sometimes people might kind of suspect something about you. Sometimes if you go to the same place a lot, especially. So I have a list of online shopping places. I have a list right here. I don't have them in the description just yet, but I will have them after I make this video. I'll, edit them in. But, you know, I know, like sometimes when I would shop on Amazon, sometimes, they can be kind of counterfeit sometimes. When you buy the clothing off of Amazon and, just places kind of like that, like eBay and stuff, you just never know. But, so it's better to just kind of go to a regular site. But, like Amazon Fashion, for instance, I guess it's all right. But yeah, just so you know, it might not look the same as the picture. You know what I mean? Sometimes it might be a little bit smaller. Sometimes it might look a little bit different than what you see on Amazon, which is why I don't always suggest you do that on Amazon. But Amazon is like at least okay, but not the best. And another thing about buying these clothing for your loved doll is that I would advise you guys not, get your clothing until after you get your loved doll. Because one thing that I will recommend you do once you get her is that if you have that tape that you can measure her waist and everything and her size, I would recommend you get one of those for one. And two, there are also some people that you can basically get any kind of clothing that you want, really, but some is a little bit better than others. And I guess I will also put a link to my video on how to dress your love doll as well in the description. But of course, it's a little more to it than that. I actually don't even dress my love dolls very often. And the reason is because it is such a hassle. I mean, I understand some of you guys maybe love doing it, but it is just such a hassle to dress your love doll, especially if you don't have a stand to do it with. It is just an eyesore, and an arm sore, and a leg sore, and a back sore. Let me tell you, it's a real back sore. And another reason why I don't do it is because, when you put your clothes on her, depending on how tight the clothes is on her, I would recommend, clothing that's maybe just a bit loose on her, because if you don't, that is going to obviously leave impressions, and that's obviously bad, especially for TPE dolls and TPR. I mean, they don't normally make TPR dolls anymore, but I think you get my point. But, again, I just kind of recommend, going to an actual store. But as far as online goes, I mean, yeah, I guess I'll just put them in the link below, and I won't even say them out loud. But anyway, I don't think I really have much else to really say as far as, looking up, for clothing, on the internet. But it has gone better in recent years, though. But of course, with that being said, I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.